Unanimous consent that the chair be authorized to declare recess during today's hearing. Without objection, so ordered. I will now recognize myself for an opening statement. Good morning. Today's hearing is part of this subcommittee's continued work on the surface transportation reauthorization. With the recent rollout of House Democrats' infrastructure principles, which include a robust $55 billion investment for rail infrastructure, today's discussion around how to address grade crossing safety and associated community concerns is a timely one. Addressing the issues we will hear about today is one of my top priorities for the rail portion of the FAST Act reauthorization, particularly providing more funding for grade separations, quiet zones, and other infrastructure that improves safety and the quality of life. I grew up 100 yards from railroad tracks, so I know firsthand the impact of living near a railroad. Chicagoland is the rail hub of North America, and my congressional district has the most grade crossings of any in the country, so my constituents experience the issues we will hear about today on a regular basis. Some of those issues include blocked crossings, train horn noise, idling trains, deaths and injuries at grade crossings and along rail right-of-ways, and railroad property upkeep. I'm pleased that we have Alderman Matt O'Shea from Chicago's 19th Ward here today to talk about the problems faced by his constituents. The launch in December of FRA's blocked grade crossing reporting system is a step in the right direction. But let me be clear. The notion that the way a community experiences blocked grade crossings should try to solve the problem is to fill out a report and submit it to the FRA or call the railroad and hope the railroad will unblock the crossing is not a solution. More and stronger tools are needed, and I look forward to hearing from Alderman O'Shea, Mr. Vercruyze, and others on options they recommend Congress look at. Another issue I want to touch upon is grade crossing separations. I was pleased last year to work with my colleagues in the state of Illinois to secure funding for a critical grade separation at 63rd and or 65th and Harlem in Chicago. The Create Rail Modernization Program, which has made significant progress in making the Chicagoland rail network more efficient, was actually launched from that site, and that grade separation is labeled GS1 in the Create program project list. While I'm pleased we now have the money to get that grade separation constructed, there are numerous other crossings I'd like to see separated. The current amount authorized for the Section 130 grade crossing program is nowhere near enough to fund one grade separation in my district, let alone the many that need to be done across the country. I look forward to hearing from Mr. Christoffels of the Alameda Corridor East Project and other witnesses on how a dedicated federal program for grade separations can help speed up these vital grade separations. We also need to find more funding for quiet zones and streamline the process for communities to become a quiet zone. I understand the role that the sounding of the train horn plays in notifying people a train is approaching and maintaining safety near a crossing. However, there has to be a way we can institute more quiet zones in a timely manner and make improvements that provide an equivalent level of safety to train horns. The current process to obtain a quiet zone is just too arduous. I look forward to hearing from Carl Lexie from FRA and other panelists on ways we can do this. Finally, over the years, I've repeatedly heard from numerous communities that I represent about poorly maintained railroad property, especially unpainted bridges. Railroads are just like any property owners in the community and need to maintain their property in a way that is reflective of the care and values other residents put in the community. It is time the railroads do better in maintaining their property. America has a freight rail network that is the envy of the world, and that network helps make American businesses more efficient, helping to create jobs. But there are also downsides to this expansive network. Some of these downsides can be mitigated with appropriate action. I look forward to hearing from our witnesses about their recommendations. With that, I yield back, and I recognize Ranking Member Crawford for his opening statement.
Thank you, Chairman, for